The blue period is a term used to define the works produced by Spanish painter Pablo Picasso between 1901 and 1904, when he painted essentially monochromatic paintings in shades of blue. The suicide of Casagemas marks the beginning of the blue period. Picasso's close friend Casagemas shot himself in a Parisian cafe. The painter was completely devastated by this, so he created The Death of Casagemas, his final piece before the blue period. Combining red and yellow, it shows the temporary end of his use of warm colors. Blue became the dominant color in Picasso's painting from that day on. It's usually associated with melancholy, sadness, and despair. Picasso experienced a serious depression after the death of his close friend, which is when blue tones started to predominate in his works. Casagemas in his coffin was completed later in 1901 when Picasso was sinking into a major depression. The Portrait de James Sabart, which was also created in 1901, marks the beginning of the blue period. Picasso called blue as color of all colors. The frequent topics of those pictures are exhausted mothers and their children, beggars, and the blind. Many of the blue period pieces memorialize Casagemas, but La Vie, or the Life, painted in 1903, is probably the most fascinating of them. We can see a woman holding a baby while facing a nude young woman embracing a man, who is a representation of Casagemas. Two paintings may be seen in the background, one showing a distressed couple and the other showing the artist himself looking alone and battered. Another of Picasso's most famous works from the blue period is the painting of the old guitarist. It shows a skinny man hunched over his guitar. The brown color of the instrument is the only contrast against the blue that dominates the rest of the canvas. You can notice a ghostly image of a woman right over the guitarist's ear. This is actually a piece of a Picasso painting that was never finished and was painted over. The idea of blindness or seemingly blind people who were excluded or experiencing hardship runs throughout Picasso's blue period artworks. Take for example The Blind Man's Meal and The Frugal Repast. The blue period was followed by the rose period, where he used more joyful and vibrant colors. In fact, Picasso's depression didn't end with the beginning of his rose period. It lasted until the end of his cubist period, and only in that period Picasso's work began to show playfulness that would remain a prominent feature of his work for the rest of his life.